Hey everyone, I'm Joanne Henig. Welcome to this month's episode of the J&J Photo Art Marketing Cafe. With us, as always, is my business partner at Photo Art Pavilion, Jessica Lempin. Jessica, please say a quick hello.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I know this takes a lot of time out of your day, but we really do think that this information is going to help you. So, with the holiday season already upon us, now's the time to take action. And Joanne is going to cover how to leverage social media to drive traffic to your online gallery, strategies that can make a real impact this season. Whether you're just starting out or refining your approach, we hope you take these actionable steps to be able to boost your galleries visibility and attract the right buyers. So let's dive in and make this holiday season a success.
Thanks, Jessica. Yeah, so this topic I think is just in time for the holiday season. We are always looking to expand the ways that we drive traffic to our online gallery. But in specifically this month, we want to look at social media, something that we all dabble in, our social media touch. We go after it usually daily, week after week, month after month. So let's see what we can do to leverage our social media and drive some traffic over to the gallery. As you just saw, Jessica Lempin, my business partner, is on the Zoom meeting with us. I am Joanne. The two of us are Photo Art Pavilion. We're an online art gallery that helps you, the artist, bring your artwork to the audience that you desire. We work together with you to bring something beautiful to your clientele, your family, your friends, and your fans. And along with Jessica and myself, we help work with you to bring your art gallery to life. In addition, we do these marketing meetings on a monthly basis where we like to share with you ideas on just to keep you motivated and moving forward. We know that it is a very daunting task to remain motivated for marketing your art. We love to just be creators and move through that space. But art that sits on our computers in a digital format and doesn't get seen by anyone really has a very difficult time to be sold, number one, and to expand you as an artist. So those are really the goals that we're always striving for. More visibility for your art and improvement and growth in your ability to be an artist. So today we're going to talk about a few things that can move things forward in bringing eyeballs to your art gallery. We're going to go through these steps that I have listed there, and we'll tackle them one by one. Okay, so let's talk about identifying your core strategy. Obviously, anytime we do anything in life, even if it's something in our home life versus our business life, we have to have a strategy to move us forward. Well, with art photography, what we need to be able to do is decide on what is our niche appeal. What is something that we can highlight that's unique about your art and your art gallery? Like, what type of art is it that you sell? Are you a street photographer? Do you sell abstract art? Do you have exclusive pieces that might be limited edition pieces? These are the types of things that we want to emphasize in our strategy for bringing an appeal to the art, bringing an appeal back to your online store. We've talked about it in the past, target audience, focusing on art enthusiasts and art collectors, interior designers. This is a great way to get your foot in the door to start moving forward. This is truly your high-end target audience. Yes, we have fans, we have family, we have friends, but if we're looking to really expand beyond that small group of the family, friends, and fans, how do we drill deeper or grow our target audience, I should say? We want to look a little bit deeper into art enthusiasts. Where do they hang out? Where do the art collectors hang out? Where do the interior designers hang out? And when I say hang out, where do they hang out on social media? Because this is where we're driving our marketing meeting today. The goals. What are your goals? Okay, whether your aim is to sell just a one piece, two pieces, grow your brand awareness, or attract an event, attendees to come to your event, that is part of the goals that you're looking to set forth. Like last week, we did we had an open call, we had an online live Zoom meeting, reception for the artists. Jessica and I worked on these things right here through our social media to help bring the appeal to art galleries. We identified our target audience, interior designers and enthusiasts, collectors, and so forth. We had the goal of attracting people into the meeting, and we had a really successful event live online. So these are really core strategies for you to take a look at your own pace and how they relate to you and you alone. Your meeting, your art is your art. It's unique, so it shouldn't be the same cookie cutter as what everybody else is doing on the internet. So let's talk about some platform specific tactics. The first one I'd like to look at, what most of us really love, is the Instagram. It's a primary visual platform. That's where it's all visual. Let's face it. Instagram is videos, it's photos, it's reels, it's stories, it's all kinds of things coming at you. So here's some ideas on how to make the best use out of your Instagram marketing possibilities. So taking a look at the types of posts that you may want to put out there. Behind the scenes of you as an artist. I was on Instagram scrolling a little bit before getting on this meeting, and I saw one of our artists that is associated with Photo Art Pavilion doing a fantastic behind the scenes, showing her printing her artwork out, packaging it up onto matted pieces, offering the sale for the holiday season, limited edition, all of that kind of stuff. That behind the scenes stuff really, really works, but this, involves a little bit of video work. So we all have phones. We can put those phones on little tiny tripods and we can do some short clip videos. I'm not talking about a 2-minute video, but if you're doing little video clips that might be 5 seconds at a clip, and you blend those together, that becomes something that's a little bit of a story that you can put out there on your Instagram feed. Hashtags are extremely, extremely important. Again, if you're looking to reach out to interior designers, look at the hashtags that I have here: art gallery online, art collector, interior design art, and then any seasonal hashtags that you may want to be using at this time of year. Could be holiday art sale. It could be happy holidays, something simple. But take a look at the hashtags that go within your post. So you're going to have a post on Instagram. It'll be visuals, either a video or an image, something very robust. You'll have a little description of what that's all about. And of course, adding those hashtags in there. Links back to your store, very, very, very important. Always very important. Make sure in your bios on all of your socials, you have links that go back to your online gallery, because that's where people will actually make the purchases. Make it easy for them. 1 click, 2 clicks, get them out the door. Stories and reels on Instagram, very, very popular. Stories we've mentioned in the past, they only last, I believe it's 24 hours. You put them up there, they're very nice. People go through them. It's a quick engagement. You could put links directly over to your store in your stories, but they disappear after 24 hours. So think about posting to reels, because once you create a short reel with some captivating video, or even if it's several images that sort of flash, like image 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a link over to your store, you have that set up in a reel. You can then share that reel into your stories. So you get a 2-for-1 basically when you create the reel. And then make sure, as I said, that your shop, your storefront, your Photo Art Pavilion storefront is tagged, that the links are in there, and that it's easy for for any eyeballs that are looking at your art to take a look and to jump on over and do business with you. Facebook is more about the community of people around you. This is, I think, where you find more of your family, friends, and fans. You could there's many groups in Facebook, and we at Photo Art Pavilion, we have a few groups that we run. We have our main Photo Art Pavilion page, but we also have a few groups where we invite artists to come in to post their artwork and to share their experiences through the art photography lens. I think it's a good idea, you as an artist, if you are on Facebook, to not only post to your personal page, on your Facebook, your art on your Facebook pages, but to share that into some of the other groups that are all for art lovers and other artists that are working in the same vein as you. You'll be surprised how you can grow your audience and put more eyeballs on your art by not just posting to your own personal page. Share it to different art groups. Let's say you have an image that's a gorgeous black and white. There are so many groups on Facebook that are black and white photography, black and white art photography. You name it. If you do the search on groups, you'll be able to find a ton of them. Join them, share your artwork in there. You could do a virtual event, a live virtual event on Facebook. You could do Q&A sessions on Facebook with other artists, with other with your family, friends, and fans. You could put an image up there. We could have two images side by side, and you could say which one would make a better art piece over your living room sofa, and have them do a little voting. There's a lot of little tiny ways that you can be creative in that community realm, thinking of Facebook more as a community. It is a little bit visual, but it's also a lot more verbal, a lot more interaction back and forth, a lot more direct messages, a lot more comments going on. That's what we're finding with the Facebook platform. So, oh, here mentioning also targeted ads. If you're in the realm of doing some advertising with your posts, one of the things that Jessica loves, and I love it too, is we just do these things called a boost. So if you happen to have an ad, a post that's getting some decent traffic, maybe decent traffic for you might be 5, 10, 15 likes. Give it a boost, put $5 behind it, put $3 behind it, whatever it is, give it a boost, let that post have a little bit longer of a life. And then people that are liking your posts, try to message them to do a few things. Number one, follow your page. And number two, to continue the conversation. Is there anything that they can give you insight on about why did they like that post? Did the colors appeal to them? Do they happen to be fans of boats and lighthouses, whatever the image represents? Get a little bit more conversation back and forth with people that are coming through on your Facebook posts. LinkedIn is more of a professional audience. I think here you're going to be targeting your corporate buyers and your interior designers with posts that show how art can enhance office space and the overall feel of the space of an office. You can showcase your gallery there at LinkedIn very easily, but I would suggest that you could sign up for LinkedIn if you're not there already as an individual. You could also sign up as quote unquote whatever your business is. It could be, in my case, Joanne Henig Photography or Photo Art Pavilion. So think about LinkedIn as a way to target into more of a professional audience. That's where hashtags are going to make sense a little bit here. Also with LinkedIn, you can also take an existing post that you have and you can directly share it over to another group. There might be a group that is just for interior designers, and interior designers share their ups and downs within that particular group on LinkedIn. You may want to share your work over there, your name, your brand, so that those interior designers get to know you a little bit deeper. And I think last but not least on the platforms that I'd like to talk about is more Pinterest. Pinterest, lots of people go there for inspiration. So I think if you are going to open up a Pinterest social media feed, I think you have to be creating boards that talk more about not just abstract art, but abstract art for your living room, modern home art ideas. Now what we're going to do in Pinterest is we're going to have more imagery of you've seen our homepage on Photo Art Pavilion, where we have a picture of, let's say, a kitchen with the art piece on the wall, or a living room with the art piece on the wall. To me, those types of posts in Pinterest under a board, you're creating a board, which is kind of like a group, that has something to do with the home, adding home into it. kitchen space ideas, whatever it might be. Bring those boards forward, and then get the software. You might even be able to work this through Canva these days. I think Canva is working pretty well with putting your art on the wall of a home that has a sofa or over a bathtub, whatever it is. This is really where I think you'll get some traction for Pinterest. Pinterest also allows you to have direct links right back to the actual store, your store. I like to do, when it comes to social media, not just going to my general store, click back to my general store. I like to have anybody that comes in to see us that stops at one of my posts. I like to try to get them directly to that piece that's on my storefront. So in other words, if I happen to have an image of a lighthouse in Rhode Island that I'd like people to, they stop, they liked it, they think it's great, make sure, Joanne, that you have the link that goes directly to that art piece in your store, because the last thing you want them to do is go to your general storefront and then have to scroll around and look around and see if they could find what they saw initially over here at social media, but now over here in your storefront, they can't find it because they're searching around. Get them there, 1 click, 2 clicks. That's quickly how you're going to make some art sales and how you're going to really leverage your social media. All right, creating content that's engaging. Look at these beautiful shots here that I have. Obviously, they're really bold, really exciting, really vibrant. If you're a black and white photographer, make sure your black and whites are really black and white, not muddy, not gray toned, but have that visual appeal. Make sure you're utilizing high quality imagery or videos in your content when you're working through social media. Be great about telling stories. Share the stories behind your artwork. I have found over the last 60 days or so that I've been kind of doing more of a drill down from my own social media posts. I've been telling more of a story about how I came about to take such and such a photo. For instance, the Narrows in Zion National Park, how amazing it was of an experience to wade through water, almost hip high with camera gear on my back, but the beauty of the space and the whole experience. I put that into the story, so people are reading about this, then they're seeing the photograph, and then there's a link right there, a direct link over to how they could see that image in a larger format, which is in my art gallery online. So think about that as well. And of course, having interactive content. I'm not very good at this, but I heard this is really, really good. If you could do quizzes, or if you could do a poll, like which piece fits your living room the best, or quizzes that what art style suits your personality. These types of things, I think, do help bring engagement back and forth with your audience. And then I have here a hashtag, my art story, but you can make that hashtag anything, but you can tell folks to, they'll answer the poll, and then when they answer the poll, maybe they put something in a direct message to you or in the feed itself. But having the hashtag is easier for you to go back and follow who's been putting eyeballs on that particular post, on that interactive content. You want to utilize influencers and partnerships. So this is a little bit tricky. But what I would say at the outset, partnering with art influencers or bloggers to feature your gallery. Hello, Photo Art Pavilion over here. That's what we do. We help you get your art out there. So if you're doing something with your art, if you're working through your social media posts, if you're doing all the little things that we're asking of you to do as best that you can, let us know so that we can follow along with you and help push your posts out a little bit further. When you tag us or you alert us to what it is that you're posting, maybe it's a new sale. Like right now, we're in the holiday season, right? You're running art sales. Let us know what you're doing so that we can also promote that for you. We have a blog, we have social media, we have Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, X. We do all of this. Why don't you let us help you out? Okay, so that's what I mean when I say partnering with art influencers. Collaborate with Photo Art Pavilion, collaborate with interior designers. get them to work with you. I've also seen artists where they've sold art pieces and they ask the customer to please take a photograph of the art piece that's hanging now in a new room on a new wall. Take that, share that. That's collaborating in a smaller sense. And then if you have the opportunity, if you're brave enough, work with the local businesses for cross promotion. And especially if you have a physical gallery that you're working with, make sure you're working with them and not against them. They're there to help you. But in this business, in the art photography business, it's all about teamwork. And you have to work together with the gallery. You have to work together with Photo Art Pavilion if you're looking to gain the traction that you're looking for. So let's talk about when is the best time to post your posts. So little research has shown that Instagram and Facebook, best time to run those posts is between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. or 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. Make sure that when you're scheduling those posts on Instagram and Facebook to go out, that you try to target these times, because that's usually where, according to the data, that most people are scrolling around on Facebook and Instagram, 11 a.m., 2 p.m., 6 p.m., 9 p.m. You could post at different hours than that, but you'll probably have less opportunity for eyeballs to find your art. So think about that. Pinterest, late evenings, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Why? And the weekends, of course. Again, Instagram is more about getting ideas. It's about, it's more like a research tool for a lot of people. They go there for recipes. They'll go there for art suitable for my living room, whatever. They're usually sitting on the sofa by 8 o'clock at night to 11 or on the weekends, and they're scrolling through Pinterest to get ideas. So think about that. And then LinkedIn, again, LinkedIn is more business oriented. So looking at that 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. window to do some postings there. So there's a good screen for you to save for your future reference. Let's foster some community engagement. Make sure now that you're engaging on social media and you're making this an effort on your part, you now know what you've put into it time-wise, energy-wise, creativity-wise. There's a lot, you're thinking through this whole thing. And now someone comes into your feed and they make a comment or they send you a direct message and you don't respond. Make sure you respond. Very important to be that. That's the business side, the unfortunate side that most of us are a little bit clammed up about, but you have to be prompt about responding to comments and direct messages. You could set up your social media feeds to send you an alert when people interact with your posts. So you can either turn that on, you could turn that off. You can also turn it on and off. You could also set it up where it's like, I only want to see responses or comments between the hours of 8 a.m. and 10 p.m. or 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Set it up so that it works for you, but make sure that you're responding promptly to people that are interacting with your posts. Have meaningful conversations, ask questions about art preferences and styles. As I mentioned earlier, if someone happens to like one of your posts, if there's a way to either direct message them or even in the comment feed, you can use the @ sign. So let's say it's Mary Smith. You could say, @Mary Smith, thanks for liking my post or liking my art. Can you please tell me what it was about this particular image that caught your eye? Something along the lines to bring Mary Smith back into the conversation. She might be scrolling, like. Now, if you get back and create that conversation where you're engaging her, she's got to come back to your post, look at that post a second time, and respond back to you. That's awesome. And eventually, if you develop that relationship with Mary Smith, you can ask her for her email address, put it into your direct email campaign. Remember those guys? Yeah, we still do that, even though we're doing social media. And then we want to share stories and testimonials throughout our engagement with our communities. Very, very, very important. So as people are giving you thumbs up and kudos and all that good stuff, put that back out into your community and make sure that others know that Mary Smith gave you a thumbs up or gave you a 5-star or whatever. These are things that help bring those that are sitting on the fence or hanging out over here, bringing them a little bit closer to the middle, a little bit closer to the the purchase button. Analyze and adjust. We've talked about this in the past as well, but it's always important to keep an eye on the metrics, click-throughs, engagement, conversion for all of your platforms. You don't have to get crazy about this. I know a lot of you have smaller audiences. I keep a simple Excel spreadsheet, and I'll keep an idea on, I posted 30 different versions of my landscape art pieces this month, and I got the most likes or whatever comments on piece number 7. Keep that metric in the back of your head, keep that information handy so that when you do go forward and do a direct mail piece, you know that piece number 7 is going to be your highlighted piece. You may have piece number 9 that you thought was amazing and you got 0 activity on it. Take that out of your arsenal, move forward with the metrics that have activity where people are actually responding to your art. Use the tools at Instagram Insights, Facebook Analytics, Pinterest Analytics. These are all things to work to help define your strategy, or refine your strategy, I should say, but make sure that you have the ability to access them. And it's really simple by just doing a couple of clicks when you on your business accounts, where you can get into this information pretty easily. And you can also get some Facebook peeps to help you out too. It's not that easy to get to them, but when you do, you can get free meetings with Facebook marketing folks, and they can help you out with reading some of the analytics that come along with what you're doing on their platform. But I would love to hear some final thoughts, maybe coming through from Jess, if you have anything for us to summarize, or if you want to add something to today's meeting, Jessica.
Definitely. Thank you, Joanne. Yeah, that was a lot of information, which is great. And I did want to bring back the idea of the video. So here we are still image photographers. That is our art. It doesn't move. However, how do you interact with your audience in a little bit more of a real-time fashion, or at least to be able to really, truly capture their attention in all the noise in social media? And one of those things is through video. And I actually was just scrolling through before, checking some things on our own social media accounts. And this one account always catches my eye. It's a photographer. He's out in the field, and he usually takes a moment and talks about his image at hand. So in this video, it was simply, he's talking about how he had this moment with a fox. He kind of describes the scene, the setting, and so on. And then it's like, here's my image. And he just transitions to the image itself. And it's very simple. It's a few seconds long. You're seeing him, you're connecting with him. Again, you're going to connect human to human, and having that conversation with your phone. We all have our phones, especially in fields, and to be able to have that moment, to be able to take back into your studio and to be able to share the video where you're talking to your audience, your 3 Fs, family, friends, and fans, about a magical moment you had, and then to show the art with it. It definitely is able to allow your audience to connect a bit more with your art itself. He doesn't come across salesy or anything. He's just sharing his passion, his love, and his joy for that moment in time. And we all can easily do that. It just takes a bit of doing. And then putting together all the other elements that Joanne talked about. So be able to share your different posts, your galleries, and so on, and to have your links set up correctly so that when somebody is intrigued and they connect to you, that they can click onto your profile links in Instagram or the direct link through Facebook, and to be able to see the art right away, to join your mailing list, to be able to be connected to you as the art photographer. So there's so much here. There's so much to do, and don't get overwhelmed. It is all the necessary steps, because your work will be rewarded if you just keep going through it all and connecting with your 3 Fs.
By now, you should be
Jane, I don't know.
rocking and rolling with your direct email campaigns. You should have coupons set up. You may have a blog or 2 written that you can post up onto your storefront, and also share within your social media. So there's a lot that you can be doing. But like Jessica said, let's not get overwhelmed. Let's take a little bite out of our marketing every single day. Just like the book, The Compound Effect. a little bit each day ends up with really great results in the long run. So that's kind of what we want to be focused on. So here's our contact information. If you're looking to reach out to us, our website, our email, and our phone number. Jessica and I are always available, except on Sundays, which we do take some family time. And we just want to thank you guys all for being with us. We always enjoy having an audience for our J&J Art Marketing Cafes, and they're always a lot of fun.